So, hello, this is CF from LC on Personal Finance, and today I have Mr. Lai Seng Choy. He's the author of this new book, Freedom. So, the reason I actually asked Mr. Lai for this interview session today is because Mr. Lai is someone that, like you and me, he has a full-time job, but he's actually it's very good to connect with like-minded people like himself, because he has a full-time job, but he's actually very passionate about personal finance and about investing, where as a normal guy, like any man on the street, without, he's not a fund manager, he's not a stockbroker, but he do learn a lot of this personal finance stuff throughout his personal finance learning over the years, for the past 10 years, I suppose. So before any ado, I'll actually let him do most of the speaking instead. So Mr. Lai, welcome to the show, to the interview.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So first question I want to ask you is that what is your motivation for writing this book? Okay, which is, it says that it can cater for a wide demographics, whether you're a fresh grad or working adult or middle age or even retirement age. What is your motivation for writing this exact book?
Okay, yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Lieu. Well, actually, for me, I've been seeing individuals in the various demographic, they actually working hard for money. As a matter of fact, actually, I was one of them when I started to join the workforce.
Yes.
But there was one day I asked myself a question: what is the purpose of working hard?
Yes.
So, is it because we are looking for the higher corporate ladder? Or is it for the higher self-achievement? Well, I think all this question maybe is correct in some senses. But I think for most of us, most importantly, is to get paid for what we have been doing. And then so that we have so-called money to fulfill what we actually need. And maybe sometimes we call it wants as well. So actually, I always puzzle. Actually, do we really need to work hard for money until maybe even for the age of 55 or even 60? So by then, I sometimes even think about whether by then we still have enough money to retire or not. So how much do we need? In terms of a monetary value, is it enough for us to retire by then or not? So if in case we really know how much do we need by the time of 55 or 60, is it true that actually we can maybe enjoy our life more earlier, in case we able to obtain our retirement fund much more earlier? So actually, when most of my friends knows that actually I could retire at the age of about 40, actually they keep asking me how I do it.
So I could say you are actually retired now, right? You could retire now.
Exactly. Actually, it's a semi-retire.
Semi-retire. So
yeah, because actually, you see, I just about at the early 40s. Well, I just do not want to stay at home actually all the time and doing nothing at all.
Yes,
so actually what I'm doing now actually is just doing what I like. So actually, what I'm doing now is I would like to share what I've been doing, and then I hope my experience could help those actually who have a same mind. Who are aiming for maybe more free time, all this, or early retirement, so that actually we can have a so-called common topic and share together. So actually, this is what I'm doing now.
So likewise, I think Mr. Lai, I think myself, okay, I'm actually 31 this year. Myself and a lot of readers actually can learn a lot from the experience. But just to check with you, when you started this doing what you were doing to achieve the your financial freedom at your age right now, when you started that?
Okay, actually, if you talk about the starting point, it will be way back about 10 years ago.
10 years ago, so you were like early 30, I would say, early 30.
Yes, during that time I was in early 30. Now actually I'm 41 to be exact.
Okay, you're 10 years older than
Okay. I think it is way back to the year 2003, if I'm not mistaken. I think way back actually by the 10 years ago. Now it's 2012, exactly almost 10 years. Actually, by that time, actually, I just fully settled my first house during that year. I mean, 10 years ago.
Okay.
So during that time, actually, after settling all my debts, well, very interesting feeling is that actually I feel no burden at all. You see what I mean or not?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So when I feel no burden, suddenly I feel that actually there was money all around. So I'm not sure what should I do for those money. So by then, actually, I start to learn how to make my money work more harder for me.
Okay.
Actually, by that time, I think I come across there was a book like for the Robert Kiyosaki, for the Rich Dad Poor Dad, all those books.
Yes, yes.
Actually, Actually, they give me some idea. Actually, about what's my future should be look like. Actually, from the book, actually more or less I learned about actually early retirement.
Early retirement.
So by that, it's correct. So by that time, that's why I start to think about how do I come up with a plan so that I can maybe enjoy my life much more earlier. My initial plan, I think, to 10 years ago, is that I target to have a retirement age at about 45.
45.
Yes, original plan was 45. So based on this target, actually, it will work out how much do I need by the age of 45. And then after the age of 45, I just assume that my life expectancy may be up to the age of 80 or maybe even 85. So how much do I need by the time, maybe the age of 80 or 85. That I just work backward accordingly. So during the process, actually, I bought a lot of books. So I attended quite a number of seminars. Well, actually, unfortunately, I think in my book I did highlight that those seminars actually more or less not really so-called convince me to follow their step, because to me most of the seminars or maybe the talks that day I attended was more or less like doing the somehow asking you to subscribe something for their services in order to achieve something in your future, something like that. Well, because actually for my own, I personally actually not really simply believe on anything I heard. You see what I mean? Yeah. So actually for me, I more prefer to see how it's actually working, and then until the time.
Hands on.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. Hands on, right? Hands on.
Yeah. It's correct. So in this case, when I have the solid evidence that prove to me that actually this particular way is working, so only then I will just consider how I going to start on it. This is the way how I do. So that's why actually in the process, I'm not really there to go into any so-called advice from any so-called expert or advisor. Simply because actually it's really my hard-earned money. And be frank, I am not a so-called risky,
risk taker.
Maybe not an aggressive investor, should put it this way. Actually, be frank. Actually, my investments rate is rather very, very conservative. Very conservative. So actually, I'm willing to risk my hard-earned money with anyone. Actually, I'm not sure whether they can really make money for me or not. That's why this is why actually I keep searching and look for the evidence or maybe proof until I truly believe it. Only I just work on it. This is the way I do it. Yeah.
So if I can summarize it, you say the trigger point is actually in your early 30s when you actually settle some of your debts, I would suppose. There's a car debt.
Yeah, actually,
so you feel the feeling is the same as say I actually want this kind of feeling where I can have this kind of freedom. Every day you wake up. So that's
correct.
That's the trigger point. But you see, why you and I might have the same mindset. Do you agree that not everyone have the same mindset? I mean, they actually want to get rich fast, earn a lot of money very fast, but they are not actually willing to learn about how to do it, or they don't have the passion for it. I mean, we see this kind of people everywhere. I mean, in our society now. Why do you think that is the reason? I mean.
Okay, actually, to me, actually, for this particular way, because actually, actually, as per my opinion, I believe actually they lack our so-called their long-term financial objective. I need to be very straight. Because actually, they never think far. They only look forward. I mean, look at the near point, what they are having now. Okay, just like what we say just now. Actually, people nowadays every day just wake up very early. Go for work very hard and so get their paycheck, and then so that they got money to spend. Okay, So spending is the issue here. So that is higher earning power, meaning higher buying power, right? So meaning higher buying power maybe is a good to a company's to a country's economy in a sense. Yeah, correct or not? Yeah. But actually, in a sense, if let's say in case those spending are being spent on those unnecessary ones, meaning actually they are delaying their joyful life. So what I mean here is their objective. Actually, they are maybe simply ignore what is their future needs rather than right now. Most of them are focusing on their current ones. You understand what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So actually, to me, I more value about my spending. What do I mean for that? Actually, I care about the return of my spending rather than so-called just spend for nothing. Meaning, what is the return I mean here? It's actually like when I spend $1, what is the return of this spending to me? Sometimes it can be monetary value. So in a sense, maybe we talk about investment here, but it can be also a non-monetary sense. For example, let's say you maybe spend time or even spend money for the traditional, very traditional massage. Let's say.
Okay. Yeah.
So actually, you are spending money for your good health, and this good health is the return of your spending. This is what I mean. So this is actually I more care about this return. So just take an example, just I highlight for the traditional massage. When you are going for the traditional massage, you are happy, you feel relaxed, you feel yourself very healthy. So in a sense, actually you're more healthy than anyone else. Maybe the chance of for you to visit a doctor is much more lesser than anyone else. That's why actually it's very good for either side. I mean actually you don't waste your money to the doctor to get the medicine in order to keep your health. But your body itself actually already feel that you are healthy enough to handle any challenge you are facing. Isn't it great? Yeah. So this is my point. So anyhow, I think just now what Mr. Liu, your question is actually, I believe it's because most people does not have the clear objective.
Yes. So you say because you have an objective, because at the early age of 30 you already know that your objective is to actually say how much I need. I want to retire by the age of 45. Early.
Yes, correct.
And you say, let's say your life expectancy you expect about like 80, and then you work backwards from there. And I suppose that is a solid objective, that is a solid plan. So you work from. So you are just targeting on that. So because a lot of people nowadays they are actually targeting on what they can enjoy now. It's instant gratification, So you're like you're saying, there are different people might have a different definition for enjoyment. For you, I mean, some of those returns are actually intangible in terms of health, in terms of maybe happiness, time with your family. I think you really believe in that. And for some people, they only focus on the current one. For example, maybe they spend on the latest smartphone, let's say so that they happy for that moment. For you, you will actually say, hey, if I want to spend the same amount of money on, let's say, something that gives me happiness, freedom, and health, rather than spend something on a smartphone, it does not really give me happiness, maybe a few days or two. So you will actually weigh your option and say that, hey, I want to choose option A instead of option B.
Yes.
Something like that, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.